So this week I'd like to focus on something remarkable, the famous scene. God's angel appears, right, to try and disrupt Bilam's journey, and the mule sees, and that whole beautiful episode that Rembrandt represents so wonderfully in his famous painting. So Nachmanides focuses on the verse, and the mule sees God's angel. And Nachmanides starts by saying, look, we know that angels can't be seen, right? And even people, when they see them, it's through this prophecy or this special, unique vision. So he says what the mule must have seen was, or the donkey, it must have seen was, you know how like an animal can feel danger coming. She felt something bad was coming, and that's what she saw. She could see something that wasn't good through this sort of feeling of fear. And then he says, he continues and tells us that when God allows her to speak, it's a clear miracle that the animal can speak. According to Nachmanides, you would have thought that had she really seen the angel, she would have said, look, I see this angel, it's clearly God's doing, but that's not what she says. Her whole dialogue has to do with her relationship with Bilam, implying she didn't know what she saw, but she felt something. And then Nachmanides comes and says, but you know what? I did, when we speak in the Torah portion of Vayera about how Abraham was able to see the three angels, it's because an angel, even though it's a spiritual entity, can be cloaked in physical matter and look like humans. And you could say that maybe that's what she saw, and that the reason she saw it and that Bilam wasn't able to was clearly because a miracle was going on here. Just like it is miraculous for her to be able to speak, so too you could say it was miraculous that she as an animal was able to see something that animals usually can't see. And then he concludes by saying, this was God's big lesson. It was to come and say, and this is beautiful, was to come and say to Bilam, I'm the only one that decides what's going to come out of your mouth. I can decide if I want, just like I decided, and I created this animal that will be able in a certain instance to speak, so too I will decide if you curse or bless. But God really wanted him to be able to choose what he was going to do, but it was a sort of message towards going, you be careful. You think you've decided to go? I'm the one that chooses what comes out of your mouth if it doesn't go with the grand plan. So thoughts on the Torah portion of Balak. Shabbat Shalom.